Hi, and welcome to today's session. Before you learn accounting, it is very important that you understand the terms that are frequently used in accounting. So in this video, I will be explaining a very important term that is very frequently used while you're learning accounting. The term for today is, what are assets? In simple words, assets are the resources that a business or a firm owns. In other words, anything that a firm owns which would be used for the purpose of generating revenue is an asset. Now, let's have a look at few examples. So the first example is buildings or premises. Any firm is going to operate in a building or in an office or any other kind of premise. This premise could be used as an office or as factory where goods are manufactured, or it could be an office where a service is delivered. So this premise or this building is going to be an asset of firm because it is the place where the business functions, because of which revenue is being generated. Therefore, buildings is an asset. So suppose the business is banking business. So the office where it functions becomes the asset of the firm. Another example is there is a manufacturing unit. Say there is a manufacturing plant of Coke. So here the manufacturing plant, the building in which the manufacturing is done, that building is the asset of the firm. So any sort of building that is owned by the business, which is used for operation so that the revenue can be generated, is an asset. Here you need to remember that we are talking only about the building or the premise which is owned by the business. So if the business is functioning from a rented premise, that premise won't be an asset for the firm. But if the premise is being owned by the business, then that premise becomes the asset for the firm. Let's have a look at another example of what is an asset. So if there is a machinery which is owned by the business, that machinery is also the asset for the business. For example, if we take the example of the Coke manufacturing plant, so the machinery inside the plant that is used to manufacture the good or the product is an asset for the firm. Here it would also include any sort of fixture or fitting or any other equipment, say fans or air conditioners that are installed in the premise where the production happens or where the office is. All of that also becomes a part of your assets. Furniture that is there in the premise is also an asset for the business. So a very simple example is going to be the furniture which is used by the staff for functioning throughout the day is going to be the asset for the firm. Equipment is another example of assets. You can think of anything, any machinery or any equipment which is used by the firm either to manufacture the good or to render an after-sales service. Now all these activities are done for the purpose of generating revenue. So here all this equipment will also be the asset for the firm. Another example of assets is inventory. This is the stock that the business is going to sell and generate revenue. So for example, for Coke, the Coke bottles that they sell to generate revenue is the inventory. So this inventory is also the asset for a firm. To sum up, anything that is owned by the business, any sort of resource that is owned by the business for the purpose of generating revenue becomes the asset of that firm or that business. Here, I would want you to do a small exercise. If you have visited any store or any place for shopping or a banking firm or anywhere, now all of these are businesses, I would want you to write down name of one asset that you have seen in that business. Leave your answers in the comment section below. If there are any queries, you can post them in the comment section below. I hope you found this video useful. Please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video, then do give it a thumbs up. Bye-bye.